Hi everyone. So let's get down to it. We've got Hodgie first, Reese. So I'm going to create a 1 point. Hi everyone. Ooh. I'm going to create a 1 point and speed. Refresh. God, I always screw this up. So annoying. Okay, come on. There we go. Yeah, the US team is it's pretty yeah, it's pretty good, to put it mildly. There we go. That should work. Yeah, I don't know how we're gonna do it. So there's a maximum of 414 points available. I don't want noise. Okay, there's Hodgie. Why is there sound? Okay, 4-1. Already know how to play that. So yeah, it's just I don't often play DMPs except when they come up in matches. Reese, are you thinking? I think Reese's connection is... Okay, so we'll play another match, obviously. And then after Reese, I'm going to play Daniel, who I've played in one of the London tournaments, not the Wayne Memorial, but the one before that. Okay, so I think I disconnected, probably. So we're going to play another match. Have I lost connection? Yeah, I disconnected. Okay. Alright. No biggie. Let's go again. Sorry about that, Reese. I don't know what's happening. It's really slow and sticky today. It's also one of the hottest days in the last, I'd say, 5 to 10 years. In London now, it's 36 degrees on my iPhone, which is 97. I kind of wanted to take my shirt off, but I can't do that unless I turn the camera off. 3-5 is easy. Yeah, so I'm just not used to playing without having access to the cube, and you have to get yourself in a different mindset. You have to get yourself in the mindset where you are playing all the way to the end of the game. Don't know if that was right. And so there's a premium on getting the checkers out and priming, I suppose, and less of a value placed on blitzing and putting your opponent on the bar. Hold on, this is meant to be speed. Yeah, that's right, 24 seconds. Okay. So in the real tournament, we're going to play on a normal time setting, and we're going to play 6-5. I guess I have to hit. We're going to play 3 rounds, and each round comprised of 5 matches. And so, in order to win the match, in order to win the round, you need to win the majority of those rounds. So you need to win at least 3 out of 5. So of course, there's obviously going to be a winner. 6-4. Don't know. Well, double 6. Yeah, so 3 rounds, and each round comprised of 5 matches, best of 5. And in total, there are 81 points available. So in theory, one team could win 81 points. And as I said, the total available points in the whole of the tournament is 414. And the first day is speed, which is going to be the first event played, so before the DMP, and that also offers 81 points. So in total, the first day offers 162 points of the 414, which is the highest number of points of any of the 3 days. But if I can roll a 2 here, I've got, I don't know, 20% maybe. I don't know what Reese is doing yet. Okay. Oh no! Why did he hit loose? Oh, I wouldn't have done that. Okay, yeah, not hitting. Yeah, that's good. Save. Okay. Yeah, so that's the format. It's going to be really exciting. Lots of points on offer. The US has got an incredibly strong team, as Martin just pointed out. So Victor, Marty Storer, who is, his PR's like 3. If you look on the BMAP list, not many people realise how good Marty Storer is. And then, did I say Victor? Of course, everyone knows how good Victor is. A superb player. And then, like, even beyond that, you've got Bob Wachtel, a superb player, a theoretician, a writer of books. You've got Steve Sachs, another absolutely astounding player. And I've missed out Neil, who's just a legend in his own right. Okay, so I didn't make a mistake, but I didn't have any I'm pretty pleased with it. Even in a 1-point match, you play low air rates, I'm quite close. But trying to hide the fact I wasn't pleased with the 0. So 3, 5, 2, 4. I just didn't have any decisions. They were all there was nothing to think about here. 6, 5, yeah. And what did we do here? Yeah, so let's, as there are going to be sets of 5, if you want to, Reese, let's play best of 5. So you're 1-0 up. I mean, if that's okay with you, Daniel, just wait a little bit. It shouldn't be too long. So 5-1. Yeah, this seems obvious to me to come in on 20 points. And then 6-4, I had to leave. Yeah, okay, so you pointed, that was good. 4-1, 3-2, 6-2. And you hit here. Okay, yeah, hitting's right. Okay, so I'm wrong. 5-3. What's going on here? 3-2, and then you hit. And you said in the chat, I wasn't sure about hitting on the deuce after I escaped the prime. Yeah, just never. No reason. Just let me make it. It's not a situation where you can have a cube and it's just too big for you to be hit back. So you just have to give up the you just have to give up the possibility of me actually making the 2-point. You have to allow it, unfortunately, which is not ideal, but it's much better than being hit back. And I, of course, had a 4-point board. That's pretty much it. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, the team. I mean, the team list is on the YouTube link, but and there are so many players that weren't in the team. Like, for example, Justin, who I think is going to do the commentary. Justin Noel, who is an astounding player in his own right. Really impressed with the way Justin plays. If you watch his commentary or his matches, you can see that he really understands the game very deeply. And Dennis Culpepper, who I know but I don't think I've ever played against, and then Karen Davis, who I played in New York in 2016. It's hard for me to do two things at once. And so 1-0 to Reese. And who am I missing? I declined you for no good reason. If you invite me again. Petco had to pull out. Or maybe Reese. If you don't, just let me know. You're gonna, if something come up, and I'm gonna play. Oh, there you are. Okay, perfect. So you would be 1-0 up in you would get two points for the win, but I would get 1 point for winning the PR. Right. So shows you obviously much more important to win the match, and I like that format. I think backgammon should definitely be about winning, not about playing well. I didn't like that so much, just hitting the ace, but I didn't see what else you could do. So now I think you're going to have to make the ace, try and create. You don't want to run because you're 14 pips down. Yeah, I like that play. But as I'm up in the race, I'm just going to run. And then it's like, well, do you make it or not? You've got a 2-point board, I've got a 1-point board. It's looking good for me now. So I'm thinking, yeah, I'm going to win 2 points here. Maybe I'll bring home the PR as well. 2. What do I do? Play completely safe? I don't think so. Just need 4 shots. Shots. 6-5. Again, I think leaving it might be a bit naughty here. But, okay, 5-4. So now I'm a dog. I'm a dog, but not by much. Maybe by about. It's like 54-46. Okay. Yeah, and so all of this is going to be broadcast live on Backgammon Galaxy with Mark commentating, Mark Olsen, and others. Hopefully we might have some special guests. What's the most accurate? Well, I think you need men on the 4-point, but then you do need men on the 3-point as well, so I can understand that. I just want to check, can you guys hear me? If you could just write. If you don't write anything, I'm going to start thinking that you can't. I guess you can. Okay, so now I'm a pretty big underdog after that. That was like a bolt from the blue. Jesus Christ, so you're going to go 4-1 up at the very least. And you might win the PR as well. Is that the right 2? Double 4? Okay. 2 galactics in a row. So but basically people underestimate it. It's very easy not to make mistakes in DMP because it just is. Just don't have many decisions, and then you might get a kind of a deep back game where of course you make mistakes. This is what I don't understand. Somehow the mistakes at DMP aren't as big. Well, I suppose it makes sense. When you have cube access, the mistakes will often tend to be inflated because at any point one player can cube, and then the value of the mistake will be sort of transformed by taking it from a mistake on a 1 cube to where the game will eventually turn out to be on a 2 cube or a 4 cube or an 8 cube. But of course when you play DMP, the mistakes always stay on that level of 1. The cube can never inflate after the event the value of the mistake. Again, a very poor explanation, but difficult to explain. And I thought you should have made but I kind of like that you didn't make the 18. It shows some initiative. And then I think my mistake is coming here. Genius. This was my mistake. I should not. There's no need to leave the 5-2 and the 6-1. Even with the blot, I mean, there's just no need. Don't gain enough to do it. Yeah, well, the point is, and this is another thing I don't think people really understand about backgammon. I remember my friend George, and he was like one of the best players I've ever played, maybe the best. Just telling me that when you play, when you get unlucky, you don't really have many decisions, so you're much more likely to win the PR when you're unlucky, and I think that's true. Of course, XG doesn't count like a fan as a decision, so you don't get credit for it, but still, if you don't move at all, you're going to play a 0. If you do move, you're very unlikely to play a 0, however many decisions you get to elongate the decision plateau, the decision numerator. Is it a numerator or a denominator? But anyway, so Reese is like 4-2 up. Sorry, he's not 4-2 up. I'm completely misconstruing the scoring. So Reese just needs to win 3 out of 5, and if he wins 3 out of 5, he gets 2 points for winning the set. And there are going to be 3 sets, so this would be the first set of 3. So if he can win this game, he wins 2 points. And then we have to look at the PRs over all of the 3 games and see who got the best average PR. I guess this. Anyway, the format is brilliant, and it was devised mainly by Joe Russell, but I had some input. And also, the reason it's good is that we're going to have 12 players, but only 9 of them are going to play. There are only going to be 9 matches, so not every player has to play every round with the speed and the DMP. There's some real good ambulance action at the moment. A lot of people dying. Again, I've just had sort of automatic decisions here, so I can't hit, but I can. I don't know whether I should come down or not. I don't want to give a 6. I mean, even if I get hit and I come back in, my time is pretty shit. So I need to do something here. Definitely 4-3, I suppose. (5-4) is nothing. So I'm going to lose. Basically, I'm going to lose the round. Reese is going to win 2 points. And probably lose the PR. So I would win 1 point for the PR. And then we would go on to the next set. And I wouldn't necessarily, or I probably wouldn't play Reese in the next set. I would play a different opponent. And what we're going to do is we're going to present team sheets numbered. Each side is going to present their numbered team sheet in any order. So one will be Karen Davis, and my one will be, and then Joe will present his list, Karen Davis number 1, Neil Kazaros number 2, and then without seeing that, I will present my list as well, numbered, so it will just be random as to who plays who. And then after we exchange lists, we then play the second round. So I'm only 13 pips down, so I've got some winning chances here. It's fucking baking here, absolutely boiling. 6-1, yeah. What not clearing is fine. It's probably good. And then this you have to clear, yeah. 2-1. So I'm going to play Daniel next. I think Daniel lives from Brighton. I'm going to give away your whole life story, but I think we live in Brighton. So it gives me something, a frame of a reference point. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just playing without. It's really hard to talk and to think at the same time. So picking and passing looks right. I mean, I've always had outside racing chances, and that's basically it. So Reese has won a round, and you get 2 points for the. Let's give him a US, because Reese sounds like an American sort of name, and when I saw Reese's name on the streams, I thought he was American, but he's not. Actually not. So I think I played bad here. I felt something went wrong. Just felt it. I think Reeves played pretty well. Yeah, 0.22. Okay, so somehow Superhuman seems more of a thing to be happy about than Galactic. Galactic is almost like devoid of any humanity. So it feels like you get more kudos for Superhuman. It includes your humanity. 5-1, 2-1, 5-3. So I should have hit. I mean, this is a play. I think this is what I would never spot. I think when you're playing a match, I guess that hitting is wrong by a big margin. Hitting in the 3. Thank you. So many ambulances, all these old people just keeling over. I shouldn't say it. Well, maybe I should say it because I'm getting annoyed. 3-4. So what does it think about? Right, so CBC, you can't make a mistake because all the players are basically within 3 10-minute points of each other. So, oh, okay, let's go back to the log. But I didn't have much. I didn't have anything. I couldn't do anything in this game. It was like I was dead, and then I couldn't come out, and that was pretty much it. Okay, so I'm going to play Daniel. I don't know what Shinobi means. There's a restaurant here called Shinobi Sushi. Sushi. I don't know what Shinobi means. Okay. Alright, Reese, thanks for the games. Well played. Lovely play. Good match. Yep, good match, mate. 5-4 just come out for sure. For sure I'm gonna hit. So I need to be on the alert for like things. hitting thick plays where I wouldn't necessarily. This is kind of a good roll if he doesn't roll if it's a very okay. That's obviously pretty good. Now I have no idea what to do. So I want to split, but then what do I do with the 5? Really awkward. So 3s aren't duplicated. Okay, I think that's the first play I had to actually think about, and I probably got it wrong. I didn't see what I could have done there. So you should just come out, I think. Yep. And then maybe I'm just going to come out. So many double shots there. Is that one of them? No. Okay. So yeah, the reason I did that was to give myself. And again, this kind of play, I'm just experimenting. I think you need to play in such a way that you give yourself some sort of chance of winning on each roll. So here I'm challenging the blocks. You know, if he doesn't get the save or if he the arrows, I might end up timing out now because of the arrows. Shit. 4-1. Okay, so I can hit 1. No. 4. 4. 1. And now, this is interesting. I think probably hitting. Okay. Because now I've still got an awkward back position. I'm kind of inflexible with the men on the 23. Yeah, this has been a tricky game, especially with the arrows. Using up about 8 seconds of my time bank. So he can just point on me twice. I think that's probably right. He's got plenty of time to come out. But I'm going to have some stuff here. He could have actually made the 9 and the 7. So if I get very lucky here. Okay. So he's hit twice. He just needs to roll 3s. What was that? What was that? Why didn't you just hit twice? I didn't understand. I think that was just overthinking. Yeah. And here you should just come out, but it doesn't matter too much. You've got 3 seconds, mate. You've got 1 second. Aye. Just for a simple play like that. That might have been a connection issue. Yeah, let me know, just out of curious, if that was a connection issue or not. So there was a lot of interesting stuff there. Yeah, I thought you should have run, then that, then coming out, double 5 is a force play, and then clearing 6. This is I felt I didn't see something. I was like waiting for my brain to catch up with me, and it didn't perform. And then I came out with this experimental 3-6. I just don't like my chances. Do I risk it? Using the arrow? I just didn't like my chances just hanging back. He's got so many rolls that just consolidate his position. And of course, I suppose what I'm really trying to say is when I'm back there, I just can't hit anything. There aren't going to be many numbers that allow me to hit, so that's why I wanted to come out. But I suppose it's too big because of I thought it was. So yeah, we'll play. That was the first set. So I need 2 more games, and then hitting was good. And you did something funny here. I didn't really. Maybe yeah. Again, you did what. It's funny. You did what Reese did. You wanted to hit, but you know, you don't get anything for a gammon. You're you haven't cubed me, and therefore you don't get anything for. You wouldn't get a gammon on a 2 cube, and even if you could win a gammon here, I'm not sure if it would be right. So it's basically that, the fact that you can't win a gammon, and you can never cube me out either, means that it's just too much of a detraction to your position when I hit you with 3s, and you just need to accept that I might make the 22 point, and that you can still win from there. Okay, so let's go. Borat. Is that Borat? That's Brian. So I'm going to play. Maybe I will play Brian in a second. Brian Lever, who is one of our team members. So I'm going to play Brian after, if he's still around. So 6-5, 6-1, 5-3. So splitting and either coming out or coming down. I don't know. Again, I'm like completely clueless really when it comes to DMP. I'm not really. It really tests your ability to discern which player wins the most games. And this is a funny player. I don't know whether this is just stupid. So I think you might have to hit here. If you don't, yeah, this is what happens. The only bad thing about that double 1 for me is that I'm stuck on the 23. Now I want to get off the 23, but I don't have a 1, so I have to do something else, and that's, I think, unless I come out and come in, I think I have to hit here. I really don't know. So 5. Ready? No idea. 1, 3. Okay, so that's easy enough to play. So I've got some chances of being able to hit shots here. Obviously. 6-4. I have to kind of manage my board. Try and keep my timing. And these are the questions: do you hit or do you not hit? I'm not saying it's wrong to hit, but often when you're playing DMP, sometimes hitting is actually makes it less likely for you to win the game. So the factors are how far up you are in the race, how likely it is that your opponent comes in on a point that makes it more awkward for you to bear in. So that's a great roll, but it just means no. I don't see why you wouldn't make the 4 point. So I'm getting at least an ace shot, maybe a 5 as well, maybe a 5. Okay, so you chose the right one. So to come out, there's no choice. And the question is, am I going to stay on the 18 or not? Okay, so 6-1. 6-1 is bad, isn't it? 5-4. Maybe now I can skedaddle. 6-4. 2 is going to the ace point. Yeah, this is a tricky game. This has been tricky. 5-4, just go to the ace. More suction. Now I have a full 6 point prime. More suction. So you want to make the 4 point. Probably not that bad to make the 4 point. Okay, so I think I have to come out. Aye. So this is the second. So you won the first one, right? You won the first one? the last one? I can't even remember. Late shot, so I've got like 84% something like that, maybe more. 1, 2, 6, so no need to try and get another one. It would be quite difficult anyway. Forming off with a gap, yeah, I got it covered. 5, 2, I can probably just afford to play 6 to 4. Okay, maybe not. But if you look at how far behind you are, that's what you look for if you need a double. Jeez, it was close. Okay, let's have a look. What did you do wrong? I'm not sure. I missed it. So that's 2. We're going to stick around for. That's 1 all. Right? Is that right? What was this? 2-1. Okay, so 4-1. Look, I've made the right play. The voluntary slot. There was basically nothing else. I mean, you don't want to play to the 23. You don't want the 23 point. Look how close the plays are there. And then double 1. Yeah, I thought you should have hit. And I had my difficult 6-5 play. This was the thing. 23, 18, 10, 4, just coming out and in. Fine. And what would have happened if I'd have just come out and in you rolled, or what, 3, 6, you'd have got to the 13 point, but I would have had 4s. Okay, I would have been a lot better off. It felt like a good play. And then just coming down, breaking the mid, okay. And then you shouldn't have hit. And then that was forced, and then this double 2 was. I guess what happened was that you thought that maybe you couldn't play all of them without having to break to break something or leave another shot. That's, when I first saw it, I didn't realise that you had enough possible 2s to be able to play them all in your board and make the 4 point with 3 and play 5 to 3. Leaves it a bit awkward, but it's certainly much better than hitting. And as you saw, it was really awkward for you. You know, the direct consequence, this is what I try and when I teach, is to try and go back or go forward to see what happened. See, you know, you did this and this, you reaped what you sowed, or you reap what you sowed kind of thing. You did this and that's why that happened. Had you done something else, it might have turned out completely differently, and that's a good way of bringing the lesson home, because all the plays have consequences. Sometimes it really doesn't matter, or sometimes you make a play, you get unlucky, or the guy makes the wrong play and gets lucky. And then that was it. And I guess the 5, yeah. So I was right to play 6 to 4 here. And it was quite big actually. 33 is quite big for DMP. Alright, so next. So it's 1-1 between me and, so Reese beat me 3-0. I guess I won the PR. And it's still really hot. I'm hoping that Daniel is still. Oh, there you are. Okay, so 2-1. Yeah, good. Okay, so I'm just going to counter slot and get absolutely punished for it. 4-2. Just trying to play big. Establish an advanced anchor. So just here, not hitting. I don't think I would be surprised if hitting is right. You don't need to. You just need to escape your checkers, get them round. Okay, so I suppose I'm going to hit. I've got 4 men back, which isn't ideal. So this is a really easy game for Daniel to play. Again, he just needs to come in and come out and bring his checkers around. 1, 2, and I think maybe I can get the bar, but I prefer to come out. So I have a checker at the edge of the prime. That was just a basic trade-off between the value of having a man at the edge of the prime and making the 9 point not being hit by 3-6. And now this is really horrible. Maybe 2 down. Maybe hitting. I don't really know. I really don't know. This gives so many numbers though. I'm going to do it. Yeah, this gave small numbers on the opposite side of the board, and it gave 6-4, 6-5 to escape. So it seemed like it wasn't the right play. And maybe Daniel should even slot here actually. So we'll just definitely play 2 down, 1 to the 9, 1 to the 10. 5-4. Hope he found roll an ace. Now I'm going to have to just keep hitting, I think. I don't really have anything else. I don't know. It seems something's a bit wrong about that. 4-3. Hope he rolls double 3. So I'm really dead, so it's looking like it's going to be 2-1. It's a best of 5, so Daniel's going to need 1. That's the format in the Magriel Cup. And what's right here? I mean, the natural player is to slot. Let's just look at it. Yeah, I think you have to slot because, yeah. I'm likely, the reason he has to slot is because I'm likely to be able to keep a decent board. I've still got a 3-point board, and it's likely that if he doesn't slot, he's going to have to leave shots. And since my board is strong still by the time he has to leave shots, it's better to try and go for a structure where... Do I have a grid gammon mic? Nick, yeah, SNUA, same. You're late to the party, Robbie. Don't tell me you just woke up. What's the time? No. I got 1 second. Okay, I was lost anyway. Shit. So 2-1. That's 2-1, right? Very well played. Very well played. 4-2 is easy, double 3, 4-1, 6-3, and then I had to hit, but I just had it, and then my double 6 was wrong, but it's trivial. My 5-4 was right. What about hitting, like 10-1? No, not the right idea. Again, I always say this is 3-ply. Probably more likely to be right in DMP games than in cubeful games, but still. Maybe it has to be... Oh, I should have slotted the 4-point, the 2-point with the 4. Coming down with 2 is good. And then, what did you do? 23, 10, 8, 9, 5. Yeah, you could have just ended up making a clean position, and then hitting was wrong. So you're leading 2-1. Let's have another. Let's go again. See if you can win this. So at the moment, I'm not really. I mean, the 4-2 I got wrong. There was a 5-1 when I should have cleared the 6-point. I kind of feel I'm doing okay. I feel that having a full 2 minutes for a DMP match is just way too long. Because just 24 seconds on the internet is just plenty, absolutely plenty. Yeah, I was in a match at Good. Did you win? Level 3, okay, and coming down. Not that much of a race lead. Also, it's awkward. When you make the 18, it's got very difficult to get these men safe. Not that it's easy to get them safe when they're on the 21 point, but as my race lead isn't that great, this is difficult. I don't know whether to make the 20 or stay back. I'm so far down, I really don't want to make it too easy. And even if he makes the 5 point, it's not so bad for me. And as he often doesn't make the 5 point, still hasn't made it. And he can make it, but it'll leave me at 6. Yeah, Joe. So I'm gonna play. I was waiting for someone, and you're gonna be next. We're playing speed DMPs, best of 5, first to 3. Okay, so that's a fantastic number. Don't know what you're thinking about. And so Daniel is leading 2-1. I've got to try not to time out. And it looks like he's going to win. So we're mimicking the format in the Magriel Cup, which I hope you guys watch. And it's going to start next week, 7 o'clock British time, which is, I think it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon Central Time, US time. Or is that Eastern Time? I don't know. One of the two. And that's going to start next Friday the 7th, and the first event is the speed format, which is playing 7-point matches on speed settings. So I'm kind of okay with the way I play speed in cube 4 matches, but I'm really not sure how I play DMP, and there are some little wrinkles with DMP where you play slightly differently to how you would do if your opponent have cube access. So I just wanted to practice my DMP, see where my errors are. Okay, obviously I've got to stay, probably it's better just to leave myself a 5. Ace! Why doesn't that work? Okay, so and now I'm playing Daniel, so Daniel's going to win this. He was 2-1 up, he's 3-1 up, so he wins the set. He would get 2 points for winning the set. And if he won the PR, if he had the best average PR, he would get another 1 point. I think he's disconnected again. Daniel's got disconnection problems. Yeah, okay, so this is obviously, I just count this as a win for Daniel. And I'm going to play Joe. Or maybe I've disconnected. So in any case. Yeah. I don't know why I keep disconnecting. Excellent, well played again. My mind goes blank, I can't remember the match after I've played it. It's probably because I'm talking. So my double 1 was good. How big is the difference going to be between coming up to the 20 is like nothing. I mean, it says nothing, but there is a difference, surely. 5-3. You should have just come down. 6-4. Okay. Yeah, you could have just played 8-3 here. And it's just less likely to generate shots. Also, you might well have to clear the 8 point before you're able to clear the 13 point. So taking the checker off the 8 point allows you to clear it should you need to. I think that's the logic. And that's pretty it. So you won that 3-1. I'm going to play Joe next. Oh, there you are. I'm going to join you then. I know that that is Joe. So good match. Don't play too well. 6-1, 6-4 just come out. 6-5 is easy. Thank you for the games, Daniel. Well played. You played really well in the end. Deserved winner. Just the funny that you and Reese both made the same error with the hitting loose. 6-3. Just that, and Joe's already got an advantage. Feels like he's just playing another 0. I don't want to get hit, so I'm going to try and play as safely as possible. 4-3, just 2 down, I think. I'm not sure. Really? This? Questionable. If Joe thinks it's right. So now, yeah, now I have to hit. So what? I could play 8-4, 8-2, I think. But so that's the difference at DMP. Like at some schools, maybe you wouldn't hit there because it's just too gammonish. You lose too many gammons, but as there's no other way of winning the game, and as you don't lose gammons at DMP, so I need to make some fancy play here. One, I don't know what the fancy play is. So maybe just this, and maybe come up. There's a chance of him cracking. I mean, I could roll like a 2-1 now. Something like that. 5-4 is not the best. 4. Is that right? So definitely want a fan. Definitely want a fan. Could not hit, I know. It's just so difficult for me to win this from here. Just not hitting, I suppose. There's some direct crackers, that's not one of them. Okay, so then I just play something stupid like this. There's nothing else. And he has to hit. And I know he can point on the ace, obviously he should. Yeah, so I had some tricky plays. So I think the speed time setting is fine, but when in the sort of unlikely event that you get difficult plays, you just can't think about them. You just don't have the time. From the games that I've played, I played like, how many have we played? Like 7 or 8 since I started the stream. There were probably 3 or 4 difficult decisions. Ones that I thought weren't automatic that needed required some thought. And when you only have 5 seconds left on the clock, then you can't think about them. But that's not to say that you won't make the right play or close to it anyway. It's just that you won't have thinking time. Okay, so what's the 4? 3-1. I should be making a 6-point and a 5-point, and I'm nowhere near doing that. Okay. 2-1. Thank you. Okay, so you're going to stick around and try and win 3 out of 5, I hope. 2-3-4. Yeah, well, Joe is a big. Joe is, I think, 15. Only probably plays about 4 for money. So something close to that. I felt I screwed up badly there. Okay, 4 is pretty shitty for a 1 point match. So what happens? 6-1, 6-5 was easy. Double 1, yeah, making both points. Right. 5-4 was forced. 6-3 was forced. 4-5 was pretty forced. And then I didn't like this play. Yeah, I thought you should have brought 2 down. I didn't understand. And then I thought I could probably play 8-4, 8-2. But it's not right, according to 3 play anyway, which is the analysis level that Backgammon Galaxy uses. Of course, if it used a higher analysis level, you wouldn't be able to see the analysis that quickly. 6-5. So this was the difficult play. 7-1, 6-4. What did I play? Oh, I came up. Yeah, I see. You meant to try and make the 24, but then hitting. No, just not hitting. I can see that, but I just couldn't stop myself from hitting. It seems so natural to hit there. And then I don't know if it would get this play right. I mean, maybe it would. But if you just clear the 6, there's no way you can win. If you make my play, well, you probably still can't win. So, I don't know. And that was it. Okay. So let's go. So that's 1 out of 5 to you. So again, keep repeating myself, but the format is in the Magriel Cup, which starts next week, is that we play a round of 5, so it's best of 5, and if you win that 5, you get 2 points for winning the round, and you get 1 point if you win the PR. Yeah, Joe, if you want to, yeah. As you wish. If you want to play more, that would be cool. Okay. So yeah, I think that was difficult. Again, that felt like a difficult match for me. 5-1. Good match again. So quick. 4-1. Yeah, well, yeah. I suppose you have to hit twice. 5-4. You're going to make the ace point. 6-1. Suppose make the 7. 5-4. I'm not sure about 4. Can you guys hear me okay? I know I keep asking, but I'm just wondering. So I've disconnected. I've learned that it's not me. It's not him. It's me. Yeah. I don't know why I keep disconnecting. So the timer is gone. What's going on? So I still. No, I don't have connection to anything. I don't have connection. Yeah. Okay, let's play again. So we can count that. I even managed to make a mistake. Oh, I see. Yeah. Exactly. Okay. So let's say you're winning 2-0. So let's go. You just need one more. Yeah, I disconnected. Yeah. Thanks, Rob. Thanks for. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a good event. thanks to Martin Barker, who actually came up with the idea, I think, and then Joe Russell, and we were going to do it live, and I'm pretty sure we will do it live at some point. So 2-1, I think it's to the 21. And interesting, I like making the 18 point, but you did give me a 5. So what's going on here? Making a 3. I mean, you can't. You could come around to the 5 point and make the and give me an ace. 3, 1. So what did you do? I wasn't watching. So 3 on the okay, so guess I have to stay back. I don't really want to stay back. Yeah, how's the volume? Is the volume okay? Is it clear? Because 4-3. Do I want to give 6s and 1s? Probably not, but I do want to come out, so it's a direct trade-off. 3-2, obviously hitting. There's 6, and here just coming out is what I want to do, so do it. I want to escape. I can make the bar with shots. There's too many shots, I think. And this looks right to me. But now that he hits and I haven't made the bar, I'm obviously not happy. So I have to leave something more, so I might as well. Well, otherwise I would have to have left a direct shot. So 5-3. I'm being screwed again. I'm trying to remember not to swear. 6-5 hitting or not? Don't know. God, Joe knows all the plays. It's not fair. Okay, so I'm going to go behind the 6-1. So yeah, I think that was the right play. No, actually, she sits on. That's a great roll. Look at 6 prime, ready made. She sits on the cushions that are just behind. I don't know how clear. How clear the camera is. 2-1 is good. Am I going to win a match? I hardly won. I could play 6-1. I'll play the 5 point. I don't think either would be right. Okay, so I guess he's going to have to shift from the 3 point. Oh no, he hit. I'm going crazy. Okay, so he put one in here, so he didn't have to shift. But he's going down to 4 seconds. He's on 2 seconds and 1 second. Okay, so that's an easy play. That's an easy play. I don't think hitting. Maybe. Phil Joe knows all the plays, so I'm going to go with whatever he plays. 3-2. This is difficult. 1 second. He's going to time out. Okay, so I have to hit. Which is obviously not bad, so I have no choice. 5-4. I don't know if you did. I don't know if you did. 1. But you certainly had difficult plays. Zero time on the clock. So I'm going to give it, I suppose, 6-2. 6-5. So it's going to be 2-1. Safe. I mean, surely I can't lose this, especially after that. Love clearing the 6. We love it. And then I'm not sure whether 4-3 is right, but okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. He makes. He's got a 3 point board. go on, get an ace for the fans. So hot here, it's just crazy. I guess, Joe, you're used to heat in Beirut. I used to live in Tel Aviv, and they're obviously really close to each other. And it gets hot, especially when there are heat waves. It gets hot in the summer anyway, but when there were heat waves in Tel Aviv, 6-5, okay, so I won. Let's see. Okay, you didn't play bad. You didn't play bad. But yeah, you played really well actually, to be under that time pressure and know whether to pick up the two and stuff like that is really good. And the 6-5 is really, I like that. I mean, it's pretty obvious, but it's still. What? And you did this funny thing with the double 5. I didn't get that, but anyway, we forgive you. 6-3, 4-1. Yeah, you just played really strong. I could feel strength, and then. Okay, I'm not going to bother. And then I got unlucky. I felt hard done by, and then even this roll was like horrible. This 5-3, and excellent play hitting. So you just got to hit. It's DMP. I think. Let's see how big it is not to hit on 3-ply. It's big. That's basically saying, like, it's a 3% difference, but it's basically giving me a route to winning the game. You just don't want to do that. You don't need to. But I've burnt a man. I thought it was right to do that, but and then I just got lucky. And then this was where the interesting part. So, of course, I didn't see that I had a man that you were hitting, so no need to switch. You've got a direct route to victory with 6s. And then this was difficult. 1, 2, 3, 4. You played it. I'm not sure what I would have played. And then that was an easy play. And then the 5-3. Well, the computer doesn't say like there's much difference, but what's going on here? I mean, if you hit, then I suppose you want me to fan and then roll a 6. If you don't hit, then you can still roll a 6, and it's not so bad for you. And then you definitely don't get hit back. So I go with the computer. I think that's what you were talking about when you said you felt. Well, yeah, when you said you played bad, and then this 3-2 was difficult because there's often we have an inclination either way to either pick up the check or not, and sometimes you just need to have a look for a second at the position to see whether your inclination is right or wrong, and yeah, and then I just brought it home. So I can't remember what the score is. Is it 2-1? 2-1. So we've got. I need 2 more. Jad Abdallah. Okay, so I need 2 more. Hopefully you're sticking around to play. So I played. Gonna have played 3 sets of 5. I started the stream at about 4:30, so I'm just trying to see how long it takes. I guess you've gone, Joe, which is yeah. This is 3-ply, so 3-ply is not even the one below 4-ply. XG Roller Plus is the analysis level above 3-ply, and then you have 4-ply, which is often what I think is known as world-class settings, and then you have XG Roller Plus. Double 1. I like this. So the format is this is a practice for the Magriel Cup. Said this like 15 times. and the format is best of 5, 3 rounds, but each round is best of 5, and so the player that wins, the player that wins, I don't know what's right here. The player that wins each round gets 2 points, and the player that wins the PR of each round gets 1 point. So if you play 3 rounds, the maximum number of points for each player would be, what am I doing? The maximum number of points for each player would be 9 points, because they would win 2 points per game plus 1 point each for the PR win. I could have come out with a 5 actually. Yeah, so what was I saying? So yeah, you can win a maximum of 9 points, and then because there are 9 players, I guess just come around like this, 11 pips up. No need to make a block when you're 11 pips up, I don't think. So yeah, the maximum number of points that the team can win in the DMP element alone is 81 points, and there's going to be a speed element before that on the Friday, so it's going to be speed and DMP on the Friday, 81 points for each element, and then the next team will be a team event where we form teams of 3 players each. There'll be 3 teams, and then each team wins, I think, 3 points for winning the match, and then a point for the PR, and that's worth 106 points, if I'm not forgetting. And then the last day is the one I'm most excited about, which is the singles, and there'll be all of the 12 players in the team will have to play 1 match, 3 matches, 3 11-point matches, and there are, I think, 2 points on offer for the match win and 1 point for the PR win. This is wrong. What am I doing? This is probably still wrong. I don't need to hit. So yeah, 3 days starting at what's this? This is a shot. Starting, I probably should click. Now I'm going to get repeaters. So we're going to leave 10 men off. Okay, so it's 2 all. Okay, not a great game by either of us. Let's see where I went wrong. Double 1. I just don't like to make the 7-point here. I don't know why. So 3-2. Yeah, I didn't see you make this play, but I wondered. Well, I'd make the 5-point. It's pretty bad to do that. 22. Fine. Yeah, then I wasn't sure. So 13, 11, 6, 3 hitting. It's funny to me. 4-3 is a forced play. That was a good roll. And then I thought maybe coming up must be very bad. Okay. 4-3, and then my double 6 was wrong, actually. I guess most players would make the 7-point there, but maybe right. And then I just got lucky. Okay, so it's 2-all. If you want to just play with decider, and then maybe I'll play another set, maybe I won't, because it's just so hot here. Okay, it's 2-all. And the PR's pretty close, but you're edging it a little bit, I think. No, I thought it was 2-all. Oh, if it was 3-1, then you won. if it was 3-1, then because it's best of 5, you would have won 2 points already, and then you'd probably have won the PR. I thought it was 2-all, but let's just play one more. And then I think we're going to call it a day. It's a 6-5. I like to take advantage of my better board and split. Try and make the 18 point and not get my checker on 24 stuck back there on his own. You should just come up, I think. That's the automatic play for me. Just coming up. And this is just, of course, automatic. Such a good roll. Yep. So I get the hit, but I got 3 men back. So you would unstack your 7 point. But coming out is pretty good as well, actually. You might well be right. So 5-4, I need to keep my mid, I think. Six one, yep, whatever you like. And I have to hit. I mean, I can't not hit, so the 5 is going to be down, and now I'm like in pain. Now I've lost. So 1, make the 11, make the 12. Why did you? I didn't see that I could hit on the ace point initially. I wonder why you didn't make the 12 point. Okay, that looks good. I always like coming out, so even if it's wrong by a tiny margin. 1, 2 for sure. 3. And give myself a 3 to come up to the 21 point. That pays off to a 2-6. So you're going to come out again. So it seems to be okay, 1, 5 is a great roll. That's a good roll. I think you're going to hit. Yep, because otherwise 6s would just make the 9 with a 16 point. Two, 3. Well, one is hitting. Deuce, I guess, is making. Two, 6. So just a 1-5 or a 6 is what the doctor ordered, or a 2-5. 5-3 is okay. I suppose paying off to a 1, but the 1 is duplicated in the sense to make a 23 point, and now I control the outfield. So, and then I think you just have to play to the 6 point, and now I'm going to try and hit loose. Okay, that's a great roll. Again, I think I just risk getting hit with the ace or the 6-5 or the double 6. And oh no, 2 and 3. So I don't get hit back. 5 would be nice. 3-2 is okay. And 5-4 is obviously really good for me, not good for him at all. And now coming out is fantastic. So if I'm right, the score is 2-all. I'm going to win 2 points, hopefully. For 3. Didn't want to give 6s, so that he hits and comes out with a tempo. Maybe. Did I like? What was that? What was that? That was a. I didn't even see that play. Okay, so I haven't hit, and it's kind of, he's got a pretty decent wedge of winning chances here. The race is close, and I'm going to need to roll above a 4. So what do I do here? Do I stay back? I think I do. I can't cover the 17 point, get direct shots. 6-1, I can just make the 15. Okay. I don't like it though. pretty lucky sequence for me, and then unlucky. Extremely unlucky. So 4-1. I'd like to give him 6s and try and... So, I think you should, yeah, pay off now to... I feel I got a little bit unlucky here. It's difficult though when you're playing JB. Two, 1, 3, 2. Okay, am I going to get it? No. Yeah, well, let's see about this 4-2 play that you played. I didn't even, it wasn't even on my radar. Don't understand why you didn't hit. Okay, can I win from here? Or 3. 6-1. Okay. Oh. Okay, yeah, this must have been your funny play. Maybe you would have lost the PR because of that. 4-2, 5-2, 5-3, double 1. It's wrong, should have run all the way, but again, not big. 5-4, 2-4, 1-6, wrong to come out. Oh yeah, you should just clean up. I didn't see that either. And then I was wrong to hit on the ace. Okay, these are all forced. 4-6, 2-1. 5-2 was a great shot. 5-3 was a good shot. 2-1 was a good shot. Here it comes, it's coming. 5-2, 3-2, 4-3. Oh, I should have just played for 7. And then this, you did this. And it was difficult. I was thinking like you've got to hit, and then what do you do with the next thing? But actually, your play is not that much worse than hitting and making a deuce. I think I would have hit and come out, which is what the computer likes. I thought you were going to do that. I was very surprised that you didn't do that actually. And then you got very lucky just to roll a 2-6. And then this was my big screw up. This is really difficult for me because again it's sort of giving you small numbers on one side of the board and 6s to come out, rather than just giving you 6s to come out and nothing really. And I saw that after you rolled a double 5, like say you rolled a double 4, I would have just been like almost dead. And then you rolled a 2-6, and then that was it. So you won the game and maybe lost the PR, I don't know. But that's the format we're using. And definitely tune in next week, 2 o'clock Eastern time, I think US time. Okay, so I'm gonna go and see you guys soon.